Good morning, bedbreads and sleepyheads. Hold on, I didn't have my music on. There we go. All right, we should be good now. What do you mean ads are still progressing? I will never understand Twitch. That's where I'm at. That's how I feel about these things. Hold on. There we go. And first of all, congratulations. Not the big boss, Brian, and Artificer for first, second, and third, respectfully. Hello. Hello, not the big boss. Hello, Brian. Hello, Artificer. Hello, Olive. How are you? I hope that everybody is doing well today. We were supposed to be doing other games today, but circumstances say nah. So instead, we're doing a lazy art stream. I have some art to finish. I gotta do the things. And also, hello, RP Treasure Shop. I'm sorry, I missed you there for a second. One day I'll get better at paying attention to my freaking YouTube chat. One day I'll get better at that. But that day is not today. But good morning, everybody. I hope that everybody is having a good week so far. You know what annoys me? When they run a second round of ads right after the first round. I feel you, Brian. The thing for me is it's like, here is a 3-minute ad, and I'm like, okay, how much time do I have for my time loop? You know, at the my intro, and it's like, well, I have 5 minutes. It's like, okay, we'll trigger it at like 4 minutes 30, because that way, it's done by the time the timer is done. But then I'll come back, and it'll be like, you know, 3.5, 4 minutes have passed, and it's just like, one more minute of ads, and it's like, you said 3 minutes. Where's this magical extra minute coming from? You know what I mean? It's like, where is this thing that I definitely did not okay at the moment? I don't want people to be sitting here waiting amongst the ads. We do ads at the start so that we get it out of the way. We do ads so that way, well, let's just open up a completely new thing. We do ads. We do ads at the start of stream. So that we can frickin' stick them into the trash can for an hour. But no. They're like, nah, we're gonna just add more time. And it's like, I get it. I need to pay the server fees, you know? We have to make our, much like 40K, we have to appease the server gods. But at least don't lie about the number you're giving me. It's just like, click here for a 3-minute ad. There's the 3-minute ad. And then it's like 4 minutes. Frickin' what? Why? Why do you lie? But regardless, we are gonna go do some arts today. We have a couple of slots that we still need to finish up with the 5 slots left open. I think I'm at the point now where I've just accepted that I can't market myself. I just don't feel comfortable doing so. Hold on. I feel like we're in the wrong spot right now. That seems more correct. Where it's just like, look, I have open drawing slots. And it's just like, yeah, you should tell people about that. And it's just like, nah, they'll see it. It's like, but what if they don't? It's like, then the slots don't get filled. What if they want it? I don't know, man. I just work here. Alright, so right now, we are working on... It's so weird to make it seem like I'm looking up, but I feel like I'm looking straight. Vinyan, what are you doing? You know what? It's fine. I'm very detail obsessed today, which is probably means it's not a good day to do an art stream. But we're going to do it anyway because I want to go get some work done on that. So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to go quickly grab our reference here. Drink some tea and sit back and talk to us. Well, good news, not the big boss. I'm drinking tea right now. I just made myself a brand new pot of it. Should join you in Productiveville, but Minecraft exists. But Olive, all situations today would suggest that I should be playing Vtuber right now. But I just don't. What do you have? Just an Earl Grey, just a simple, you know, grab a bag, throw it in. That's fine. That'll do. Let's not grab the wrong thing. My PC today has been a funky boy who has made a lot of choices that I don't approve of it, but I still love him, even with the anger and the annoyance and the general frowns in that general direction. But Olive, I do hope that you're having fun with your Minecraft adventures. In fact, you better be having fun with the Minecraft adventures. I won't accept anything else. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hammer that today. Oh, I had a frustrating little moment today where I'm like, okay, I need to go and call somewhere. And I hate phone calls. Like, they are, me being an anxious little lad that I am, was like, ugh, phone calls. I don't really want to do those, but I gotta. So I finally managed to, like, dig into myself and pull up those little remains of anxiety, or like of confidence to push aside the anxiety. I call and I get a, we're currently not able to answer your messages. It is 4:15 and we stopped answering calls at 4. And I'm just like, now I have to do it again tomorrow. I don't blame the place at all for what happened, because they're busy, you know, they have things to do. But it's just so, like, from the perspective of me, this is incredibly inconvenient. Also, it has been this, I don't know if you can hear the wee woos, it has been this for the last 45 minutes. I don't know how many service vehicles have passed my building in the last 45 minutes, but I'm pretty sure that wee woo has basically never stopped for about the last 45 minutes. And it's just like, to quote a YouTuber that I haven't watched in quite a while, Anti-Chef, I hope everybody's okay. But also, like, stop it. Just stop it. Oh, and now my neighbors have decided that they're gonna have to fix something. Probably move a bunch of furniture around. There's a reason I'm doing an art stream today. Just like, I don't think that I have it in me to play anything that is any kind of, requires any kind of mental fortitude. Just nah. That ain't what I'm feeling today. Today is a day of nope. And we're just okay with that situation. So if I have a little bit lower energy today, I apologize. I'm just tuckered. Oh, I see what I'm doing here. It just goes down that way and that just goes along, but this is still darkened. Yeah. There we go. For those who are curious, I'm currently drawing the Lady Lunady, because she was generous enough to give a couple of gift subs. So I like to try to support or try to be thankful in the ways that I can be when it comes to peeps being supportive. So that's why this thing exists. 2 gift subs or a sub and a gift sub or 1,000 bits. And you get to pick from the list of what you want. We do 10 of those a month. And she threw a bunch in this direction, so it's like, well, that means she gets 3 drawings. So we're on drawing number 2 at the moment. And I'm gonna actually have to expand this one, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to fit the cat ears. Unless I just don't fit the cat ears and it's okay. Dang it, this is going to be one of those situations where I wish that she was awake right now. So that I could be like, hey, do you want the ears in there or not? Let me see if I can get a response from her. Cat ears, cat ears. Well, she's getting the cat ears regardless, Olive, but it's the difference between this. This is just super quick. And like, that might have been too much in one direction. You get what I mean? Like the actual, drawing space increased slightly so that the ears fit more easily. And I don't know, and I realize that I actually really need to know that, because that answer very much changes how I approach this drawing. Heck! Well, I could still save the progress. I also realize that I'm drawing... Well, that's a dangerous as heck thing that I just did. Let's see if I can actually catch all of this. Remember to check your layers, kids. Yeah, it looks like I didn't lose anything in the process. Close, though. It was almost over the eye. Well, then in that case, we're going to open up the other one as well and start working on that one, because, can't really move forward with this otherwise. Yeah, this one I should be able to put the ears on relatively easily. I am on the right layer this time. Perfect. Apologies if you hear my neighbors, by the way. Their evenings always start with just noise for the last couple of months. It's been very frustrating. But it is what it is, I suppose. Ooh, if we just have her hair dangled this way, because it's on the glasses. I think that's a nice start to things. Again, we cover this part. Hey, Kaikard, thank you for the hydrate. Much appreciated, my dude. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Better. And then to figure out the cat ears situation, because I think this hair should actually be more like this in hindsight. Alright, how are you, my friend? Yeah, I'm doing alright. We're doing good enough. One might say we're hanging in there. Enjoy the oil on.
Enjoy Tiebe Soosbaks.
Enjoy what now, frickin'? TTS? Enjoy what? But also thank you so much for the 5 months, Kaikar. That's very kind of you. And it's a prime, so it is indeed Bezos bucks. He's right. He speaks the truth. It's Bezos bucks. I feel like this ear is a little bit larger than the other. Let's do it this way. And yeah, we're probably going to be a little bit on the quieter side today, so I apologize for not being the most entertaining. Today, at this point, it was just one of those, like, at least stream. You know, sometimes you just have days where you're just like, man, I just can't. It's just like, well, do at least one thing today. And it's like, well, what if I stream? And it's like, there you go. Do a stream. Does it have to be the scheduled stream? No. You could just do whatever the heck you want. You were going to do art on Saturday anyway. Just do art. Salute. Okay. Ah, heck, I did it on the wrong layer. Of course I did. Of course. Merge them together. Oh, that was on that layer too. Well, I guess we just erase it and just accept it. Of course, you can't just say that to me. KiteCard, you can't just say that. Bruh. Bruh, you can't just be saying that to me. There. Put it right there. Let's see. Collar kind of just disappears behind the chin. So is what is, but she does have the straps which mostly disappear. There's one strap here, one strap that would go this way, one strap that would go this way, and one strap that would go that way, which means there'd be one that way, and there'd be one that's behind the hair so you can't see it. Actually realizing that this angle doesn't make... Well, the first one made sense. The rest don't make any sense. The fun thing about art, where you have to kind of do that little thing where it's just like, okay, well, wait. If the thing needs to go like that, then shouldn't this be like this? By that logic, then, this one should actually be about this. And this one should be closer to that. That would probably be more on point. And then, because the ear is still visible, I'm going to actually go more like this on this part. Because I do want to actually hide the ear fully, because I know that Lunity doesn't do ears, besides the cat ears. Because much like... Oh, what's her name again? Girl DM, I think, is the streamer's name. Where it's just like, no, I don't have human ears. That would be ridiculous. I'm a cat. Why would I have human ears? That doesn't make any sense. You're talking nonsense. Actually, now I'm starting to feel like the collar could go like so. And it would still make sense. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to do it. This looks correct to me. So let's reduce this a little bit so that I can see the outline a little bit better. Yeah, that looks fine. All right. We start the line work. We super speed through these drawings. We're gonna get both of them done today. No, we're not. I may be a little bit strange at the moment. Maybe even a little kooky, but I also know my limitations. And that limitation ain't happening. So I hope that everybody's Thursday is going well today so far. I've been having this weird thing recently where I feel like I can't talk about the topics I want to talk about on stream. And there's nothing wrong with the topics. Like, they're not political in nature. They're not heated in any regard. There's no, like, problems with them. There's just this... You can't see it, but I'm, like, wiggling my fingers towards my head. There's just this odd little happenings in my brain lately where it's just like, nah, don't talk about that. Or alternatively, just flat out forgetting the topics, which has been more prominent and more annoying. And hello, Drekthar. I hope that you're doing well. Let's see. No. Are you starting to honk? No. Now you're not anymore. Sure, why not? There we go. And yeah, kind of just in a state of where it's like I need to try to combat that to some degree. Just to figure out what's happening there and how to not let that continue to be a thing, because what's the point in streaming if I can't talk about the things that I'm generally interested in? I know that at least some of you guys enjoy the madness that is me rambling mindlessly about topics that I find fascinating or ridiculous. Mind you, I try to keep it clean, though I know that I go down the not so clean road from time to time, even though I try to keep it respectful for the most part, because at the end of the day it's still just born of curiosity. If you randomly hear my headphones drop and a bunch of stomping that's slowly getting further away, it means that I'm finally confronting my neighbors. I've pushed aside my social anxiety, and I'm just like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I can't anymore. We're past the breaking point. Don't worry, it won't happen. I'm too socially anxious for such things. But I can pretend. I can internally dream about the wonderful things that I would say if I had such confidence. Like, hey, stop it. It'd be amazing. Will, that doesn't seem very impressive. It's not. But let me have this nonetheless. Who are you working on today? Oh, we're working on another Lunady one specifically, not the big boss. Oh, not the big boss. Did you toss me a reference yet? I don't know if you did or not. As far as I'm aware, no, but my memory has been the stuff of ugh lately, so there's a very good chance that I just missed it. Hey, Dill Pickle, hope that you're doing well. I've not selected yet. Gotcha. All right, no worries then. Like I said, No time pressure, just more making sure that I didn't somehow goof. There we go. That's a really wobbly line. Let's try that again. Should I stream again? Well, obviously, Kaikard. Obviously. You gotta, well, you have two options, basically. You either steam power forward, continuing to get your numbers, like increase the numbers of not streaming, or you go, heck it, let's break the numbers and get ourselves going. But at the end of the day, that is up to you. Man, I could not make those two lines come together if I wanted to. My goodness gracious. I'll have a good think about that. Best of luck. Good luck, be brave. I mean, either way, your decision is valid. So don't ever feel like there's a pressure to have to do anything that you don't want to do, because at that point, why are you even bothering with it? Streaming should be entertaining. And if you're not having fun while streaming, what's the point? Hey, Scotty, have a good lurk. Thank you so much for the lurk, my dude. I hope that you're doing well. Gotta get that payout money, man. I mean, true. Not saying that's not the case. I see where this is gonna go. Oi, don't do that. It's just certain angles that you start learning, like, I just can't do these confidently. But if you just rotate your canvas, all of a sudden it's like, wait, I can do this confidently. It's like, hell yeah, you can. Well, maybe confident is not quite the correct word, but more confident at least. I say as I make that line that just happened. Woo! We out here, we doing our best. Wait, Olive, are you playing on that server that you made recently? I don't remember if this is a like a how to say it, like a streamer server, or if this is a solo server or a friend group server, maybe. Playing on my solo run. I gotcha. But the big question is, are you winning? It's a very important question, you see. I'm winning because I'm having fun, and that counts as a win to me. I don't like the way I drew this. I think I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to do this way instead. There we go. Moving at the speed of molasses, but we take our time when we need to. Molasses? Well, Kaikard, if you want to read between the lines, then I suppose that might have been what I said, but I would never say such things. All right, that line is going to be a nightmare, so we're just going to do it this way. So I'm realizing that this doesn't make any sense, so that doesn't need to be there. And this whole spot is just a messy mess of line intersection with no smoothness coming out of it. Oh, Brian, if you're there at the moment, have you gotten a chance to play the demo for Dynasty Warriors Origins? I just played a little bit of it before stream. I feel like it would work a little bit better on controller, but I did it with keyboard and mouse. But it was an interesting experience. Don't have a PS5. Oh, I played it on PC. It's on Steam. But it was an adventure. No PC either, just a laptop. Oh, that's shitty. I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. It was neat. I think is the best way to describe it. It was neat. I don't know if it's flawless, but it's neat. I was starting to get the hang of it, and then they threw Luebu at me, and I was like, oh, crap. And I'm like, oh, this is a you're supposed to lose situation. Well, I'm not going to give up. So I tried and got my butt handed to me. I got him to about 1/4 of his health bar left. And then he beat me, and I'm like, oh, well, you were supposed to lose. And then it's just like, slain. Failed the mission. I'm like, what? Wait, I'm supposed to beat him? I wish they could have you make a custom character. Also, I can't get over Luebu. I believe it's how you're supposed to say it properly. Or it's supposed to be like Luebu. There's the first, because I believe it's technically this. There's some kind of symbol above it. And it's, you're not supposed to say it as Lubu. It's like Luebu. Like there's a specific way to say it properly. And someone told me once, and I've been trying to keep it in my head, but I am so incredibly bad at languages that that kind of stuff just kind of falls out of my head before it even is fully locked in. I just wish that I knew it. I always thought it was more like Leubu? Leubu? Maybe. Or Leobu? Leobu? Again, this was a very long time ago, and someone was like, yeah, this is how you say it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll remember that. No, I won't. God damn it if I didn't try, though. And hello, Minerva. I hope that you're doing well. Happy Thursday, hopefully. Well, look who it is! You're synchronizing with the music to some degree, Ling. My thumb is numb. Well, welcome to Art Stream, Ling, where you have to go and pick up your pen again and continue onward. I'm sorry, but these are the rules. I don't make them. But also, welcome, Raiders. Hope that everybody had a good time over at Ling's stream. Ling, if you need to go take care of yourself, please, by all means, do so. I make my own rules. Yeah, do you? That's not surprising at all. While editing my own picture. Ling, I hope that you had a good time with your art stream today. That's where I'm at right now. I just hope that you had a good time. Because if not, what were you even doing? My goodness. Sending. Why, thank you, not the big boss. I will look at it soon. Let's see. Rain's advice for how to fix booba drawing issue. How would you draw it on your big booba female OCs? And it worked. And I'm just like, oh, God. Like, you have the muscle memory already. You just haven't... You just didn't put... Like, you've done it here, and you've done it here, and now you're over here, and you're just like, how do? And Rain is just like, just... do that. And you're like, what is this witchcraft? This is not super related, but it reminds me of when Juju was in stream and was trying to teach me how to say a German word. And it's like, you need to say it like the German word for I. Like, you know, like the German word for like I, like myself. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to say that. So they spelled it in chat. You know, I think it's this. And I'm constantly saying it wrong. And they're just like, all right, well, you know, well, we tried. And then and then I'm just like, yeah, like I only really know a little bit of German from like some German bands that I listen to, like Rammstein. And they're just like, oh yeah, well, what kind of like songs do you like from them? I'm like, oh, like, well, Ich tu der weh is one that they like. And there's just this long pause of just like, what was that first word again? I'm like, Ich? And they're just like, yeah. Ich. The word for I. And I'm like, oh. I see. And then there's just that awkward moment where everybody's staring at you. And you're just like, please stop staring at me. I know I'm an idiot. Rustling, if you need to go take care of yourself. Please, by all means, do so. Miss Numb Thumb, probably mildly headachy, not hydrated enough, underfed artist lady. That's right. I'm going for the full call out. This is a twit longer now is what this is. Ich will. Yeah, there you go. Ich bin ein Berliner. See, Brian knows what's up. Ich will. Ich will. I wish I knew the lyrics more so I could just immediately just jump into the song, but unfortunately that's not how I roll as a human being. Oh, we did accidentally a spot. Oh, we could just erase it. Oi, no lasering in chat, Ling. Go take care of yourself. We all know you need to. Well, maybe needs is the incorrect word here. That's got a heavy rules feel to it. We all know you should. Oh god, I don't know that one very well. Kai card, I just know Rosenrot, oh Rosenrot. And then I know nothing else, unfortunately. No, I laser because I can. The violence! Ma'am, you rated this stream. You made that mistake. Don't forget that. I also realized that there should have been a spot here. I'll just do this real quick. Accepting that the lines might look a little silly now. There we go. Flip back to the original pose. My goodness, I never actually added the floofs in here. Well, that's embarrassing. And Foxhound, hello! I hope that you're doing well. Goodness, I'm trying so hard to keep track of chat. And Snappa, you are helpful. Don't you dare say you aren't. To quote a YouTuber that I watch far too much, you son of a bitch, you. That's right, Will's off script today. He's talking crazy. He doesn't know which way is up. Oh, we're gonna just have to flat out get rid of that line. We can't even give the illusion that there might be an ear. Oh no, I've forgotten another important part. Wait, can I just? Haha, easy. Yeah, none of your shenanigans. Waves pen aggressively. Like, hey. 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 None of your shenanigans. I actually want to reduce the color here. There we go, so I can see it more easily. Boop, boop. No sign of an ear. That would be irredeemable. Kai card. Jail. Jail. Straight to jail. No hesitation. Just jail. Deserved. It is deserved. I'm glad you understand. Kai card out here like, thank you for your time. I'll be seeing myself out. And I'm like, yes, you will. But not the way you think. I don't know why I see the word ear and remember the notion of having human ears while also having animal ears. Well, that's what we were actually talking about earlier. So you're on point right now. Lunity does not have human ears. Her model has cat ears. And therefore not human ears. Only have a pair of ears, not two pair of ears. I mean, it was a question that happened the moment that, or that comes into existence the moment that a VTuber comes into play to some degree, right? Or just anthropomorphic characters in general, where it's like, how many ears do you have? It's like, what do you mean? I have the normal amount of ears. And it's just like, yeah, but like, how many ears do you have? If you are into Ruby, you have two pairs. Oh, you right. Man, I haven't thought about Ruby in a bazillion years. Instance media, I know that does it. I don't know nothing about nothing. That's all that I know that I know. All I know is I know nothing. And in my opinion, it's the safest spot to exist in. It's just like, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. No, I still got a little bit of time. ZZZ also does one pair. And gotcha too. Well, there you go. We have examples of different places that do different things. I know how these points go. We go, and then we need to grab that lovely red color from here. Boop, 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 boop. Check the corners. I see you over there. And then we grab boop, 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 boop. Oh, we can't get that part because that's a different thing. Yeah, in hindsight, I could have just done this without making it super complicated for myself, but here we are. Making things nice and complicated for myself. As one does. I've goofed somewhere. There it was. About to say, somewhere I somehow managed to highlight all of the lines with a light bit of red, and that was not going to look good. So we're not going to do that. Man, you gotta be diligent. Hopes that you don't goof in some location and accidentally add red outlines to everything. All right, of course, the first, let's hope that this time it's actually a 3-minute ad, but we need to take ourselves a little ad break because it is time to appease the server spirits. So, in the meantime, during our 3-minute break, we like to just step away for a bit. So if you guys can, they're able to, I hope that you get up and stretch. Grab yourself something to eat, grab yourself something to drink. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. I will be back ASAP, BRB. Alright, I am back. And I did not do justice to Ling's raid because I've been very derpy lately, so I'm gonna do it better this time. For those who are not following Ling, you absolutely should. She's very cool and silly VTuber who usually plays a lot of or usually does a lot of art, and she draws very, very good art. Go follow her if you're not doing so. There. There's my enthusiasm levels coming back. Sorry, I was having fun. Because I'm wearing a really loosely fitted t-shirt right now. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done this before, where you're having the moment where... Hold on, I feel like my model is in the wrong spot again. There. Where you have that moment where you... And maybe this is more of a guy thing, but you have that, like, punch Like, just, you know, you just punch air randomly. You just kind of feel that way. And because you're wearing, like, loose-fitting clothing, there's kind of a whoosh, because your clothing, you know, whooshes. And you're just like, yeah, that's because I punch really good. And it's like, no, it's because the fabric of your clothing is reacting to the sudden movement of wind. And it's like, no, it's because I punch really good. So that's what I was doing just a minute ago. Just like, wah, 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 wah. I took Taekwondo, I understand. I took Taekwondo too! Easy there, Pai Mei? I hope I'm saying that semi-correctly. Look, there's just a joy in hearing that. Mum didn't want me breaking boards, so I only broke one. That's unreasonable. I was one of the students who was very flexible and very quick, because all of my stats in my earlier years were put into dexterity. So a lot of times I got put in situations where it's like, all right, well, we're going to make you do like interesting ways to break boards. So when I was going for my green stripe, I think it was, I jumped over 3 chairs with a jump kick and kicked through 3 boards, because they're like, no, you must give this a try. And I'm like, I am young, naive, and unable to really think about the consequences of my actions. Let's do it. So I think it was my dad and my teacher were holding the boards. And there's still footage of it somewhere, where they're holding the board, and then as I'm kicking through it, they're trying to separate the boards so that I'm not, like, taking the board to the head. So, like, my teacher's the one who pulls away. My dad lets go. And my teacher's trying to, like, kind of pull the top part upwards and the bottom part downwards so that I can still land without, 1, taking a board to the head, 2, taking boards to the crotch, 3, tripping on the boards, 4, falling forward because there's still the boards just right there. So it was a very fascinating situation, but managed to do it. And very nice, Brian. I made it to red stripe. And then so my teacher broke his ankle, or sorry, his wrist, because he was also a farmer. And we were like, oh my god, you okay? And he's just like, I'll probably be fine in a while. And we're just like, okay, well, take care of yourselves, or yourself. And then eventually he was like, yeah, maybe I don't want to go back to that anymore. Like, I think I'm done with it. And we're like, that's fine, but where do we go? And he's just like, well, there's this other place that you can go to. So we went there, and the guy there did not really care about you learning things. Like, I want to learn the pattern that you have to learn. I want to know why we're doing what we're doing, what the thought process behind it is. And for every one of the techniques that you have to learn for that belt, I want to understand the reasoning behind it. And my original teacher was very forward, where it's like, how to say, like, this one is great. Like, this is actually like a fairly practical thing, so long as you and your opponent are at a consistent or at a semi-comparable strength level. 2, it's just like, like, it's fine. It might not be the most helpful, considering you have to put yourself in a bit of danger in order to do it. And then it'd be like, 3 is just like flat out like, no one does this. like, just learn it and just accept that that's a thing that they want you to learn, it's not going to be helpful to you. No one does this. And then it's like 4, and it's just like, yeah, 4's great. Absolutely use that. And hello, Solarcy. I didn't even realize you were streaming. Good morning, Raiders. Solarcy, how are you? I hope that you're doing well. Ling, there's no way that you don't know what I'm talking about. And Brian, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about too, where there's like certain, I can't remember, think of a technique off the cuff, but there's, you know, like, where you're like, nah, that is not happening. And shout out to Solarcy, she was doing some Honkai Star Rail. I hope that you were having fun. What did you want me to remind you of, RC? Oh no. And also, yeah, Disco, we're talking about martial arts specifically. Dude, my teacher was more annoying. I was not motivated enough to get past a certain belt. I literally stopped because my new teacher was very like, go, 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 go. Like, learn, go, learn, go. Like, his whole thing was like, just keep moving up the belts. And I'm like, no, I want to learn what's happening. I want to understand. That Will's was being on the Solarcy, I will ban you on the spot. I will send you to the Shadow Realm forever. So stop because they were moving and I was going to high school. I was doing it during high school. I stopped because they didn't let us spar a lot. Disco, of course you would want to get in there. I didn't get to do a lot of sparring either. And when we did get to spar, a lot of the times it was with people where I'm like, I don't feel comfortable sparring you because you are either a fair bit older than me or a lot younger than me. And me being in high school was just like, well, I don't want to fight an adult because, well, yeah. And then I don't want to fight people younger because they're in like elementary school and are like 3/4 my height. What even is this emote? Ugh. I just need to do hands-on. I totally get that, Disco. I totally get that. I did compete in wrestling a while back in high school. It was fun. Hell yeah, dude. Took Taekwondo and we sparred basically every week. So many people in chat took Taekwondo, myself included. Well, I took a hybrid of Taekwondo and Aikido, so it was a mixture of the more like physical versus like a bit more like disarming and bringing to the ground and either putting them in a position where you can kind of hold them there or where you can put them in a position where you can disengage safely. The only time I hurt myself was when I ran into a door after winning. I had to drop out. Not the big boss. I'm sorry. That's awful. Bit of ground game. Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm sorry for the tangent, but Roots just got domesticating animals. So you can raise animals and then one day turn into modern animals. Oh, that's cool, Ling. Yeah, no. Also, Solarcy, if you need to go take care of yourself, please by all means do so. Totally understand. But yeah, no. I've only really gotten to do a little bit of real sparring. And the one time that I did, I accidentally pulled another guy's groin muscle. And I felt really, really bad. How does that even happen? Well, Disco, I'll tell you. Also, I need to give Luna D color because the like weird gray is just weirding me out right now, so we're just gonna... There, good enough. Willie should have stretched better. No, you don't understand. So we always started with stretching. Always during our stuff. But what happened is we got a chance to spar. And this guy and I were about the same age. We had about the same energy levels. We were at about the same level too. So like we were like, oh yeah, we're actually going to try. So we're kind of going a bit. And like he was very quick with kicks. Like his strength was kicks. I was relatively good at reaction. So at one point he went for a punch and then followed it up with a really high front kick. And as soon as I freaking stepped back from the front kick and I saw that I wasn't going to be able to dodge I stepped back from the punch and I realized I couldn't dodge the front kick, I crossed my wrists and caught his foot between my wrists and basically locked his foot using the back of my hands, and at the same time stepped back. So all of a sudden, his center of mass just flung forward because I'm just pulling him with me. It was fully unintentional. It was just like, I see a kick, catch, step back, you know, like, and and as soon as I realized the situation, I basically was like, oh crap. So I like essentially kind of like dropped into kind of a sitting position and kind of like pushed my hands forward again to try and recover him, you know, like try to put his foot back under him to some extent, but like it was too late. Like at that point, his torso had moved so far forward. So he basically just kind of fell on me and I kind of tried to catch him. And like we held, obviously there was an immediate pause, kind of let him sit. I sat next to him like, you okay? I'm so sorry. Like, you good? And he's just like, oh yeah, I'm good. Oh, yep. Oh, like it was just kind of that. And I'm just like, all right, buddy, you're good. You know, you're good. And he's just like, yeah, just give me a bit. Just give me, ooh. Can't believe you basically, dude, like I felt so bad because like him and I were also like pretty good friends. So I was just like, my defense was flawless, but I didn't think about what would happen post the defense. Bro, stretch him. I mean, Disco basically, he ended up having to sit out for at least a good 15 minutes before he could like start participating again. But man, I felt so bad. I'm like, I did not mean to do this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And like, luckily he was very understanding about it. Like, he's just like, nah, like, that was the defense, you know? Like, it's cool. Needs to do ballet class first. Yeah, you need to be able to lift your leg so that your calf is resting beside your head, you know? Once you get to that, then you can start doing martial arts. I guess while we're on the topic of the damage, while we were practicing one maneuver or one technique, it was what was it? It's if somebody throws a punch at you, the idea is essentially you use your one arm to push their arm aside while at the same time following up with an elbow to the side of the head. I wish I had better hand motion stuff, but the technique is essentially like you block with the outside of your forearm and kind of like push the punch aside, and at the same time you basically in almost a single motion like push the fist aside that's trying to punch you while also bringing an elbow in. And I had been practicing this with one guy like over and over and over again, to the point of where we were doing it relatively fast. And finally, I'm like, okay, are you good with us trying to do this fast? Like, notably fast. And he's just like, yeah, sure. So, you know, do it once. We reverse our positions. Do it again. Reverse positions. Do it again. Reverse positions. And then finally, he goes for a punch. And I do it, but I do it as fast as I can, like with all the force, because I'm like, all right, we got the technique down. We've done it about 3 times back and forth. And I just send an elbow across his nose, like just absolutely just send his head 90 degrees. And he's just like, oh man, what the hell? And I'm sitting there like, but we practiced this. You knew what was going to happen. You know? We've been practicing. We've been practicing this for a week. Why didn't you know what was going to happen? Like, he's sitting there being super mad at me because I elbowed him across the nose. And I'm like, but you... Like, I'm apologizing, but also in my head, I'm like, I don't think I did anything wrong. You know, because we established the situation. He wasn't ready for the tempo change. But Ling, the irritating thing is the tempo change was pretty minor. Like, if you start practicing with a tempo of, let's say, this. You know, like, let's say this is... We'll call this P for practice speed. And then you slowly build your way up to here for, like, practiced speed. I was about here. Like, I just, as we were doing our things, we were going a little bit faster each time. And so I just kept going faster. And then Buddy takes an elbow to the nose and gets really pissed at me. And it's just like, bruh. Luckily, no nosebleeds. No, like, actual damage, but his nose really hurt. I hit him kind of in the lower part of the nose, so I didn't hit, like, the upper part. But I was like, bruh. I'm not saying, I'm just saying the guy wasn't ready. True, but I still remember to this day kind of being, like, confused. You know, because he's just sitting there being mad at me, and I'm like, but we've been practicing this. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Did you think that I wasn't gonna do the elbow? Ah, well. I was a lot more delicate with him from that point on. Which I think actually was a hindrance for me because I do well ramping up the speed. Because I like to find where my limitations are. But because I practice with him a fair bit, I basically just lowered my speed. Because I'm like, alright, I go too fast for you. I will go at your speed then. More like practifist. Look, I tried, okay? I didn't mean to hurt him. That's the thing that I think bugs younger me the most. It's just like, I didn't aim to hurt you. Like, I wasn't going like, oh, he doesn't know. It's like, no. It just felt like we were on the same level where we were going. So I'm going to just keep going. And he was, in fact, not doing that. Mild bitter noises. Also, I guess final story here. Also, Solarcy, I think I mentioned already, but if you need to go take care of yourself, please by all means do so, unless you already said you were going to, in which case I apologize for missing the message. Please go do a heckin' good rest, should you need to. Never had a coach telling you that pain is progress. True. I remember being a bit timid at first because I was afraid of hurting my partners and steadily got more aggressive until I got used to it. That's good to hear, actually, Brian. Especially if you can get a good partner who is willing to, like, be like, yeah, I get that there might be a chance that one of us goes a little bit hard at one point and something happens, but, like, you know, part of the game, so to speak. It's nice when you can find somebody like that. Which, unfortunately, I didn't really, because the peeps that I was in there with were mostly older individuals who just wanted to learn some self-defense, which I get. I totally understand that. But me at the time being like a young, like I think I started when I was 10, 11, maybe 12. You know, like I wanted to learn things. I wanted to do things. It's just like, yeah, teach me the ways. I want to be cool and hip and learn martial arts. Really sucks is when you get a sparring partner with an ego. Even in sparring, they don't want to lose. Yeah, because that's how you get accidents and injuries. Or when you get people who are just like these two girls are not mutually exclusive, I think. Yeah, the thing is though, Disco, like they were also like probably like for like early to mid 40s, so a little bit more just like, well, I want to learn, but I don't want to like hurt myself in the process, you know what I mean? I want to learn language. Thank you, Brian. But yeah, so because of that, I sadly never made it to black belt. I only made it to red stripe, and then was just because again, like I said, the teacher that I had, the new teacher that I had was very like, yeah, don't worry about that stuff. Just like learn it enough to be able to get your next belt. And I'm like, no, I want to dissect. I want to dissect this stuff and like understand it. I want to make it useful to me. Like our original teacher was great. Like he flat out would like bring in, like he brought in like a big memory of mine is he brought in like a rubber knife and was just like, all right, let's actually do the techniques that we learn with the idea of the person having a weapon. You know, like actually see what that's like. And my teacher hated me that day because I just kept being such a pain in the butt because I was quick, nimble, and relatively good at psyching people. Not in a sense of that I'm shit-talking them, but that I'm good at being distractible. So at one point, he was like, all right, what happens if you're like this? And I would figure out a way out of it. And if it was this, it would be like that out of it. At one point, he flat out was just like, all right, here we go. I'm going to... So he, you know, like he stated beforehand, but he like pushed me against a wall and like put the knife like near my neck and was just like, what do you do? And I told him too, I'm just like, well, theoretically, I give him what he wants. You know, like I should try to be as accommodating as possible. And then as I'm saying that, I'm like tapping the wall with one hand, like just with my finger. And my teacher kind of like glances over at my hand, you know, like he's kind of trying to be like, wait, what? Like, what's over there? And I just kind of keep tapping and he's like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing that? And he glances back to me and I'm just like, nope, just fidgeting. Sorry, didn't mean to like cause any problems. And then I start tapping again. And then he glances over it again. And as soon as he does, I just grab his wrist with my other hand and like twist his wrist so that the knife can't get to me. And I just kind of pivot so that he's against the wall now. And I just bolt. And he's like, I'm impressed. And he's just like, I will say one thing. I don't know if you could outrun me. And I'm like, I don't have to outrun you. In this situation, I just need to be able to get away from you. Because at that point, I'm out of the dangerous situation. I could do something else. Drunken knife fight antics. Oh yeah, Snappa. We did have stuff like that where our teacher would actually be like, all right, well, in a situation where someone pulls a knife. Like, we discussed, like, the important situation, you know? Like, if someone pulls a knife on you, don't get aggressive. Like, in that scenario, it is de-escalation is your option. Jackie Chan didn't need to outrun his aggressors just to the next prop. See, Snappa gets it. I don't need to outrun you. I just need to get to the chair. If I can get to the chair, you're done for. Well, that sounds like my first swimming teacher, who was adamant that I had to stick my head into a wall. Wait, into a wall, so he'd prank to try to yank me into the water. I went full feral cat and dragged him on the last day, and he was so startled by what I did at school. That I did because of the age I was, because I was a baby. Oh my goodness. Ling, did you drag your swimming teacher into the pool with you? Is that what happened? Oh, into the water. Okay. My head into the water. Oh, I see. I think I remember putting my head under the water really fast when I was younger. He tried to stick me into it, and you were just like, yeah! Try to remember the basics of CQC, Snake. Yeah, exactly. And he was so startled. Man. Out of curiosity, raise hands if you're willing to. Just toss an emote in chat. Who here has had swimming lessons? I'm just curious. Oh, hell yeah. A bunch of you guys have. Isn't it required for us in Canada? I don't actually know, Ling. I know I definitely had to take it, but I had to take it in the Netherlands too, which, surprise, you know, you have to take swimming lessons in the Netherlands, the country where half of it is below sea level. Wow, that's crazy. Lurk, time to eat. No problem at all, not the big boss. Please have yourself a good meal. YMCA made me do it twice because I don't give a fuck. I had to take the lessons in the Netherlands because, again, the Netherlands. It just makes sense. And then that was actually neat because it was very good lessons, you know? You like our, what is it? There's different levels that you have to take, and I think I made it, I think in the Netherlands it used to be grades. So you start out in like course D and then course C, course B, course A. I don't remember how far I got before I moved to Canada, but I definitely, the final test that we had to take for the one that I was in was we had to jump into the pool fully clothed, swim to the end of the pool, and swim back twice. That was your final test. You had to be able to swim fully clothed back and forth twice. Which honestly, I feel like is the whole point of swimming lessons, you know? Like, all right, are you good enough to be able to survive? Yes? Perfect. We've done our job. My big hurdle was learning how to put my head underwater. I used to hate it, but now I can do it without a fuss. That's pretty common, actually, Brian. I mean, Ling was just saying, right, that she violently and aggressively attacked her. Attacked her teacher because he was trying to do something of the similar note. It was also hilarious because a friend and I decided we were going to learn outside of what the school was giving us, and we passed 3 to 4 levels at once. Based. Absolutely flawless. I think I got to skip 1 or 2 lessons or levels in Canada as well, because it was like, no, like legitimately he has documents showing that he's done the basics, you know? And I'm like, I know things. I know how swim works. The fact, the crash course method for head submerging, treading idly is just chucking you into the middle of the deep end is still insane. I don't think I ever had any real issues with it, but my parents took me to like swimming locations really early. Like, there are pictures of me at like 1 years old, like being at like one of the lakes in the Netherlands, like hanging out with family and like standing in the water. Like, I got taught to be near water and swim pretty early. And then once the lesson started, it was like, oh, okay, just the stuff that I learned. You'll figure it out, Chucks. Well, there's people nearby that can save you. Apparently, I do a really good front stroke and backstroke. Nice, Ling. I think I was also relatively good at front stroke. Not the strongest of my group by any stretch of the imagination. But, like, enough to be like, yeah, he's got it. He knows what's what. Can't all be cool like Ling, you know? Ling out here like, ugh, I could have been an Olympian if I had wanted to. And by Olympian, I mean an Olympic swimmer. That's the correct one. People do it the old way here. Swing the kid into a pool or a river and hope for the best. Just the, what is it? Just the survival of the fittest disco. Just like, can he survive? We're about to find out. And the kid's like, yeah. And it's just like, and you got your old man on the sidelines just like, kick with your feet, you idiot. He's like, I don't even know how to walk. If you can know how to swim, you know how to walk. You little idiot. We need extreme swimming where you're allowed to throw hands like it's hockey. Oh, good God, Snap. I want to see dudes fighting like otters. John, oh my God, what are you doing? Don't worry, he's fine. I agree, Disco. Bring that back. You hear the sound of Ave Maria as you get eaten. How does that stupid song go again, Ling? I see the name and I'm just going, my brain for some reason immediately heads towards the Hunchback of Notre Dame instead, which is not the correct song. I believe the song I'm actually thinking of right now is Hellfire. Well, there you go. That works too, right? Like, you feel the hands of the adult on your shoulders as they're about to toss you. And just all of a sudden, just, now fire, hellfire. That still works, right? Bloop. You just split. It's cursed but amazing. I mean, you could change the lyrics, right? Hold on, let me find it again. Hellfire lyrics. Hellfire lyrics. Hunchback. Oh, goodness me. Where are the lyrics? There you go. It could be like fire, hail fire, this failure of my kin, this maddening desire for teaching them to swim. Hold on, let me sing it correctly. Like fire, hellfire, this failure of my kin, this need, this desire to teach them how to swim. It's not my fault. Oh, don't mind me. I just cackling maniacally at my own really stupid joke. And thank you for sending it to me, by the way, Ling. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness me, there's a lot of messages. And thank you, by the way, not the big boss. I am grabbing that right now so that I can have that for later for the references. Right. Me losing my stuff. There it is. Bam. And looking at Ling really quickly here. Oh god, we're gonna hear this. Hold on, I need to mute the... This is the husband screaming as the is after him with a slipper. Oh shit, dude. Oh, that got me. Hold on, let me go listen to this really quick. Oh, of course. Okay, I recognize this. I've got you. I'm following. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Okay, now we are back. Oh my god. Oh. Chat, you can't be this funny. Stop it. Goodness gracious me. And thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Dill Pickle. Go for that double hydration. Let's go. All right, now we got to do shading. Technically. I could do something else, but I think we're going to do shading. And in this particular situation, we're going to do the method that I normally do because I'm not comfortable right now with trying something else. Because I am a simple man, you see. Well, that wasn't what I intended to do. There we go. Yeah, maybe we can do a little bit of a thing right there. Shoo. Shoo. Oh, so how are you guys doing today? How do you recover from that conversation? How do you tangent from trying to rewrite the lyrics of Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame to insinuate a person throwing their kid into a river? How do you pivot from that? I am not equipped with this kind of knowledge. You know what? I think it's okay that we can't pivot. I think we just accept that that was just a wonderful little moment. We chuckle about it heartily. Pray to God the man in the song doesn't get his ass beat by his wife for eating his kid to the water. No, no, no. He'll be fine. Once the kid spontaneously learns how to swim, Ling, it'll be the wife that has to be like, well, all right, maybe you had a point by endangering your child like this. You remember that it's shockingly common thing in history between all nations. What, just yeeting your kid to the dangers and going like, yep, it'll be fine. Now, dark twist here for a second, but how often do you think this happened because they're like, we just don't have the capability to feed all these kids, you know? And it's like, we might as well try a method where the strongest survive. You know, full Breaking Benjamin style. Only the strongest will survive. Lead me to heaven when we die. You know? Oh, maybe I'm unreasonable in that with that statement. Less than you think, more than you hope. I think that's a very correct and on-point statement, Snappa. I think that is exactly it. Just very, like, you know, best not to think about it. It'll only make you sad. Nah, you know what? I don't actually like. We'll keep that non-shaded. Boys will be boys is almost 90% of all written ancient history. So yeah, I mean, true. The book. I love that there's like how to say it, not famous, but kind of the internet meme line of like the girls are fighting, but like most of history is the boys are fighting. And everybody just has to sigh and try to fix it. We love it. It's so good. Let's get a couple of these bad boys drawn still before we move on to the next spot. Oh, Ling, unimportant. Our lovely resident frog magician, or Frog Kingdom magician, I believe is the lore. Olive posted something on the interwebs recently. It's a retweet, but I'm posting it nonetheless. That seems like something that you would do pretty well in, Ling. It's a draw what you're wearing right now, 5 minutes max. Did I try to do it? Yes. Did it take me 10 minutes instead of 5? Yes. Did I do it anyway? Yes. Was I mad about it the whole time? Not important. And that goes for everybody else, of course, if you guys want to give your art muscles a little flex. Do a little practice run. Try to draw your current outfit in 5 minutes. And also, take it from me. Don't worry if it takes more than 5 minutes. Do it anyway. Say heck it to the time frame. The time frame ain't your dad. You don't gotta listen to it. It's still upset that it got dumped last time, you know? It's just like, no, this time it's gonna be different. I'm gonna be in control. And it's just like, you were never in control, bud. Just relinquish control and just be happy with your existence. Just be happy that every day you get to get out of bed, take a breath of fresh air, and go like, huh, it's kind of crazy. We're still here. All right, with that, we now need to do... Gonna do the shadows there. Draw your current outfit in one stroke. Nailed it. You know what? I bet someone could do it, though. Real talk. I know there are freaking nerds out there that are like, yeah, I just practice drawing by like trying not to lift my pen at all. And have a good night, Brian. Thanks so much for hanging out, my dude. It's the best I could do, Disco. All I could do is meme responses because there's no way in heck that I could do it otherwise. No, I don't like this. Hold on. That I'm okay with. There we go. There you go, shadows, and then we've got our... Sorry, I still can't quite get over the stupid Hellfire joke. Sometimes you just hit yourself with your own, like, really dumb joke, and you're just like, my God. Yeah, that'll work. And then we go here. And this is definitely shadowed because of the hair. And a nice little rounded shadow there. There we go. Progress. Oh. Oh. There we go. And now the eyes. The eyes. Aim for the eyes. It's facing to attack. Get back. Get back. $12 stars, if you can tell me what anime that's from. And if you can, I will be astonished. because I don't really know anybody that knows that anime besides myself. And also, it's one particular episode of a like 3-season anime. There we go. And then we need to draw the stars in here, of course, naturally. We don't just half-arse our situation. It's a different purple in the center. I think she has that in both eyes. Yes, she does. So, we go back to this one. Stop. Stop it. The only thing that I can think of is Hunter x Hunter, 3 seasons with goofy things. Not a bad guess, Snap. I've never seen it personally, but I still don't think it's a bad guess. And like I said, I have a suspicion that basically no one's going to know it, because it's... As far as I'm aware, it wasn't that big. It was just one of the first animes besides Dragon Ball Z that a friend of mine got me into, and I was like, I guess this is kind of neat. You know, wanted to support the stuff that they liked, so I watched a bunch of it, used some pocket money to buy some of the DVDs. Still have them lying around somewhere, actually. Did you finish drawing it, Ling? Did you speedrun it? I blame what? I accept this. Boop and repost. Just don't look at mine, Ling. That's the only thing you need to do, because mine is terrible. Hold on, sorry, I just need to swap out. There we go. There we go. I like how tired yours looks. That took 4 tries, Ling. And the 4th time took 10 minutes. Like, it was so like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like Digimon or Pokemon. It is not. It is an Odyssey to the West anime. I don't know if that'll make it easier or not, but I only suggest that if you want to draw fast, draw smaller. I can't. My mother never taught me how. Okay, that narrows it down slightly. Yeah! Come on, Ling, you got this, I believe. Oh, this layer is specifically my makeup layer. This is what I was going to use for the makeup. Is that the one that had a... Not that I'm aware of. It had a lot of that kind of art for it, I'm pretty sure, because it was basically the majority of the cast was male. So fan art, yes. Actual anime itself, not that I'm aware of. Like accidentally turning Lunity into a bit of a diva-looking character. Don't know how to feel about that, honestly. Like, wait, am I oopsieing? Looks super cool there. Hello, Cobalt. Hope that you're doing well. I'm sorry that I couldn't hang out on your stream yesterday. I was trying to be a little bit interactive when I could be, but I always feel like I'm not being interactive enough. I have that with a lot of peeps. I have that with Ling as well, where it's just like, if things have a good stream. Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate, by the way. There's the hydrate. Now we're going to stretch. If you would like to participate, by all means do so. We reach up. Ooh, feel it. Feel it in those shoulders. Lean to the right. Oh, here I will give a big hint for you, Snappa. The seasons all have different names. They all have the same base name, like blank, but then they also have blank, but then it's like blank extra for season 2 and then blank extra, other extra for season 3. I call them seasons because I think they're technically classified as seasons, but they could just be like sequel anime because of their name change. Thank you again, Cobalt. Appreciate that. Imagine being self-absorbed that you're being so self that you're offended by that. I feel like this feels like something I saw and forgot about. I want to know what Ling is thinking right now, and we're gonna find out what Ling is thinking. It is Sayuki. It is absolutely Sayuki. Well done. It's Sayuki, Sayuki reload, and Sayuki reload gunlock. We got to take a quick little break. I'll be back ASAP. BRB. Ling, I'm mad at you. I am having freaking, like... Yeah, exactly, Snappa. It is literally just more evidence to my autism and my, like, borderline ace shenanigans. Because the person who introduced me to this anime is somebody who definitely read, like, what the heck was the name of that one manga that she would read a lot? Wallflower? I think was the name of it. Like, she was very into boy love, which is something I didn't know existed. Like, that's not something I understood. I just always remember her being just like, yeah, this is the manga that I like. And I'm just like, I don't know, it just doesn't hit. It just doesn't hit for me. I don't think I'm really that interested in this stuff. Never understood why. Again, like looking at what is it? Like trying to think back to Sayuki. I'm still sitting here like I think I'm too blind to this stuff to like really register it. Because in my head, I'm still just like, where's the boy love? They had to tone it down the anime. Yeah, for sure. But I'm still sitting here like, maybe? Like, there's a couple of scenes that now come to mind of, like, Sanzo and Goku. There being more there than if you read into it a bit. But, like, I'm still a little bit like, maybe I'm just out of my mind. Maybe I'm just, like, reading too deeply into that. Because that stuff just doesn't register with me. Like, I'm really oblivious to stuff like that. And thank you for the hydrate, Lunity. And thank you for the stretch. Can't believe basically made you have a whole flash memory. It's just because I remember the anime. I remember liking it for the most part. Like I said, it was one of my like earlier animes, like along with like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. And Yu-Gi-Oh! What was the rest on there? Ooh, Card Captors. I can't think of the other ones. But, like, this was one of the first ones that it was, like, outside of that. With enough words of fan fiction. Yeah, but Cobalt, that stuff doesn't... How to say, like, that's... it. I don't care about that stuff, so, like, I'm still sitting here trying to, like, wrap my head around this idea. Because, again, like, the ace and, like, autism in me are both just simultaneously just, like, where? What do you mean? Like, this is the story. So, like, I'm having, like, a examination of the series in my head. Now, mind you, I didn't watch the second two series. I only watched just Sayuki. And I didn't finish it until, like, several years later because I couldn't find the stupid DVDs for the last 4 episodes. Or was it the last 3 episodes? So finally, once upon a time, I ended up getting access to them through legal means. And they were pretty... It was just like, oh, that's how it ends. All right. Cool. I finally know how this anime ends. And we're being like, I'm not that blind, but I'm saying that a lot of the, like, subtlety stuff there doesn't... Like I said, like, even now I'm trying really hard to, like, remember the scenes and being like... What would have classified that? I can think of like 1 or 2. Oh, Cobalt, I hate shipping. I think shipping is... I'm not going to go further than that, but I have strong opinions on shipping that I will not state here for just the sake of everybody else. But I have strong opinions on shipping. I think partly because of that stuff where people just do the whole just like, but it's gotta be like this. And it's just like... Shush your face, you strange individual who is trying to make these two characters, especially when the shipping is relatives. And it's just like, kindly go take a walk, a very, very long walk, and take a good long look at yourself. Can't believe it was so wrong. Oh, I'm aware that I'm in a minority in that case, but... Like, I'm still in the same boat there, Ling. Like, at the end of the day, do what you want to do. But... Like, one, don't make it my problem. Two, like you said, don't make it other people's problem. Yeah, exactly, Lunady. That's what I'm saying. Like just if you have ships, great. Leave me out of it. And if you're gonna start fighting with other people over it, daddy, chill. Like, just fucking sit down and calm down. My goodness. Lunady, go to YouTube and type Daddy Chill. Should be the first video. Imagine not sticking to your own tags and being chill about things. Did I do a bad? Did I do something wrong, Cobalt? If so, do let me know. I apologize. I just realized that this should actually be less colored and more gray. Where's that? There. Reduce contrast. And make darker. There. And then from there, we take... I just meant about regarding shipping. Ah, okay, I just misunderstood. Gotcha. I don't want glitter. I want sparkles. There we go. There's the glitter, and then we do this. I think I've accidentally made Lunady a diva, and I feel bad. There's diva energy here. And I feel like I should just immediately apologize. There we go. I think that's basically it. Trying to think, would these actually pop in? Maybe. It makes sense to do it, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually remove these. Yeah, that's gonna cause a lot of problems, isn't it? Well, just keep it. We'll just draw it on there. Oh, we'll do it this way. Can we... There. It's actually really hard to tell what the symbols are on that chest. But it goes all the way to there, so... Also realizing that for some reason, those spots did not get color. And that's okie dokie. There we go. And then we replicate this, put it underneath. Give it that sweet, sweet Gaussian blur so that it looks like it's glowing. Boom. I'm sure I've forgotten something again. I'm very known for forgetting things when it comes to this, but... Has it really only been 2.5 hours? I feel like I've been going for 3 hours almost. And I don't know why. Ugh, time is an illusion. It's not real. Pay no attention to it ever. Oh yeah, that's another thing I wanted to do. Just like Death and Pants. They're of the similar ilk, naturally. I didn't just fuck things up, did I? No, okay, good. Okay, I think that's done. Ugh, the one thing about lately is I just feel so exhausted all the time. So, like, just doing like a 2.5 hour stream suddenly is like fatigue inducing, and I don't know what's causing it. It's very frustrating. Because it's like, no, I want to keep hanging out with peeps, but I'm just like, I'm feeling myself already starting to nod off right now, and it's like, stop. But I'm not, there's no pushing though, Cobalt. There's no pushing. That's the problem. It's like being like, get out of bed. Go do one thing. Like, it's like that kind of level. It's very, very frustrating. Yeah, I think we got this bad boy done. So I'll send that to Luna D. And I think that we're going to go and raid Semi, because Semi is doing a celebratory stream where she is streaming for a very long period of time. And we should go support her. So that's what we are going to do, because I'm feeling that stupid fatigue and I just don't want to deal with it, which is really irritating, but it's just like, no, I literally don't have the energy to deal with the fatigue. So we're just not going to do the fatigue. We're just going to go. And I'm sorry that I've been doing that recently, where it's just like, stream's over, bye everybody, but it's just how I'm dealing with things right now. I am trying to put things in progress to maybe make this stop being a thing, because it is very frustrating. But we'll get to it when we get to it. So for now, we're going to go raid Semi. Okay, or do the same one twice, Will. Very, very clever. There you go. If you are subscribed, please use the top or medium raid message. If you are not subscribed, please use the bottom raid message. All right, everybody, I will see you guys over at Semi's, but quick outro, because we do our outros around here. So thank you guys so much for sticking around, whether you were chatting, whether you were looking away, just popped in and out for a second. Know that you were super appreciated. I hope you guys are having a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time it happened to be for you. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope that you're drinking plenty of water. And when you finally do sleep, whatever time it happened to be for you, I hope that you have a very restful sleep. I will see you guys over at Semi's, and I will hopefully see you guys. I'm supposed to stream tomorrow. I'm determined to stream tomorrow, so I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow, and if not, I will see you on Saturday, and if not, have yourselves a great week and subsequent weekend, and I will see you guys the next time that I see you. Bye-bye for now.